Hi guys, so I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we're on the hunt for another Lego shop, and we found a really cool one here in San Antonio, Texas. This is San Antonio Plastic Bricks. There it is right there behind me. Let's go in, check it out. Already from the display outside, I can see some really cool sets here, but these are facing out, so I'll kind of talk about some of them here. I'm not sure if this is a mock or where this falls in line with Lego, but let's go inside. We'll come back. San Antonio Plastic Bricks. Let's go check it out.
How's it going?
Good, good. How are you doing?
Good afternoon. Welcome to San Antonio Plastic Bricks.
Thank you.
Anything we can help you with today, sir?
Normally I just go around filming Lego stores, if that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to look around the store.
Okay.
See what you guys have here. It's nice.
Yeah, for sure. Is there anything in particular that you're trying to get content of? Like any particular sets or themes?
No, mostly just like, I mean, if you could tell me anything about the store, the history of the store, that'd be great. I could throw that in there. Like,
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, then throw it up on the YouTube channel. It's just like really small, but you know how it goes, right? You start and you just keep going.
You got that. You got to start somewhere, man.
Right.
You don't
right.
start with 1 million followers or
Right.
subscribers.
Right.
100%. Well, this is the owner right here, Mr. Ron.
How you doing, Ron?
What's your name?
Mac.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you. And I was just saying, so I was coming in, and what I do is I go around and look at like great Lego stores, and I just film them, and then I put it up on the YouTube channel.
Sure.
And a lot of people like that. I've done a couple in the UK because that's where I'm based out of.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of Lego shows and things over there. And then I'm here. I was like, hey, I looked at San Antonio, like I saw several, and I came here first.
Well, I tell you what you're gonna find, Mac. And if I'm wrong, come back and I'll buy you a cold Dr. Pepper and give you a crisp high five.
Chris, high five.
What you're gonna find though is this is the friendliest shop in town.
Okay.
Now the Lego store,
Yeah.
they're amazing.
He was also
Go through
interested in some of the history of the store as well.
Yes, you started the store. Like, what was your motivation for?
But I trained myself. So when I was sorting, I say, well, what is this piece? I don't know where to put this piece. You know, so I'd go over here to my little cheat sheet and I'd go, it's a slope curve. And okay, so I would go in a slope curve bin. And that's how I trained myself. And this one, another sheet. And then as we had new employees come in, so you came in to work for us and you don't know Lego from Schmego. And so we had these tables set up, and when you were sorting, where does this go? And then eventually you learned it really quick. Things were going great. It went from beverage money to truck payment money to mortgage money. And then all of a sudden, it just collapsed.
A lot of other vendors jumped on.
So when we got on Bricklink, it was less than 2,000, and then when it was collapsing, there was almost 11,000. So what used to be 39 cents is now 12 cents.
Yeah.
That's not a point for me. So I was going to close it up, and this lady comes to me about the same time and says, hey, I got this little 1,400 square foot place down in the other part of town. Why don't you try it? Long story, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do retail. She said, give it a shot. Just try it for 6 months. So we signed a 6-month lease. We stayed there for almost 8 years.
Okay.
So that's where we learned to do retail.
Yeah.
And about 8 months ago, she sold the building. Economies, land prices are what they are. And so she sold it, and she said, I love you. You know.
Yeah.
So we've been up here for about 8 months, and we started out just 7 pieces. And then when we started doing retail, we had this huge room about this big.
Mm-hmm.
And imagine, see those little drawers over there by David's shoulder?
Yeah.
We had probably 1,000 of them in this room.
Just along the walls and
In the center, and it was just it looked like an IBM supercomputer room.
Yeah.
So one drawer would just be these
yeah.
blue ones, and one drawer would be red ones, and one drawer would be green ones, and so just imagine 1.5 million parts. It was just thousands of these little drawers, and so what we would do back in the day is we'd buy 20 of these and we'd part them out.
Okay.
And that's when it was very profitable to do that, because the set was worth $30, but I could part it out for $52, $53. Now it might take a year to sell all those pieces, but it still works.
Yeah.
It's not the same today. So we're doing the whole room is all set up and all these pieces, and this mom comes in one day and says, hey, do you do birthday parties? No, ma'am. No, we don't do birthday parties. Oh, okay. Well, fast forward 100 days later, when the 25th mom asked the same question, you might want to think about doing birthday parties. So we started this level of birthday party, and today we're at over 400, and our parties are legendary.
So how do you incorporate Lego into?
Oh, I'll show you. I'll show you. It's insane. Everything we do, we created ourselves.
Okay.
So I'll show you about the parties in a minute. But here, fast forward about a year or so later, this lady comes in and says, "Hey, you were in the military, weren't you?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am, I was." She goes, "Well, I own this little company, and I've got 5 or 6 employees, and I got a new guy. So these 5 or 6 have been together for 8 years. These women have been together for 8 years, and this new guy, and he's not integrating as quick as I'd like him to. Can you talk to him?" And I said, "Well, about what?" And she said, "Well, that leadership stuff." And she did like that. I suppose, yeah. So come on back. I'll show you how we did it. So it's a workroom right now, but it does clean up quite nicely into a party room. So come on over here, man.
Hello.
Sammy, he's our newest team member and phenomenal. So we just went to a big event this morning, so that's why there's no buckets on the table. But I built the table so that the buckets will fit in here. So like you'll sit right here, I'll sit here, I'll share this bucket, you and Larry will share this bucket. So this lady says, "Can you talk to my team?" So I said, I brought them all in, and we sat around one of the tables, and we're talking about what it means to be a team member, and communication, how important it is. And diversity is a good thing. All these women and one dude, this could be good for everybody. He could rub off on y'all could rub off on him. And I noticed that the people who talked the most were fidgeting, and they were playing. And I noticed the people who didn't talk didn't fidget much. So then I started just trying to get them to talk. Look, while we're talking about this, why don't everybody build your favorite animal or whatever? And so if I could get you just doing like this, you're more likely to talk because you're not thinking about it.
Yeah,
talking, right?
yeah.
So it turned into this amazing thing, and they left there, and I think it turned out really well for them. So that birthed a second company we have called Bricks Team Building. So we do corporate training, all my Air Force training. I used to teach for the Air Force. We do all that stuff, but we do Lego to talk about it, and I'll show you a couple of those things too.
Yeah.
So a birthday party would consist of this. Alan, we don't have any more buckets, do we?
No.
Okay. Are you leaving?
Yes.
Okay. Good job today.
Thank you.
So basically, if we had 2 buckets. So if I gave you 3 minutes and 2 buckets.
There was one, but yeah, there was
Okay.
a couple more.
Oh, that's fine. I just showed you. So if I gave you, don't let me forget, we got to get that thing out of the truck. The boys.
Can I? Oh, okay.
You'll need 2 hands.
For sure. We'll get that done.
So I gave you this bucket and it's full, and I gave you this bucket and it's full, and I gave you 3 minutes. How tall could you build? And it has to stand on its own.
Oh, okay.
So how tall? How tall? This tall? This tall? I'm asking you.
3
man.
minutes, probably about right at a foot. I could get a foot.
A foot?
Yeah.
Okay, it's about right. It's about
Yeah.
average, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's an 8-year-old who taught me this game, or she gave me the idea for this game. So I was at this table in the old place, and she was at this table, and she said, "I bet I can build taller than you in 3 minutes." I was like, "Get out of here. I have a master's degree. I'm a grown man. You're a little girl." So I was like this. I was so proud of myself, and she was like this. So 3 minutes, she can build from the table to where I couldn't touch the top of it.
Really?
So the first time we do this game, it's just Mac. The second time we do it, Mac, why don't you and Larry become partners, Lisa and Wanda become partners. And then so you'll do about the foot, that's about right.
Yeah.
And then with a partner, you'll build a little taller. And then I'll show you how she did it, and you'll build like this. Now it stands by itself at the end. Another game we play if we do your party or your kid's party is favorite food.
Pizza.
What kind of pizza?
Pepperoni.
Favorite animal.
Bear.
Favorite superhero.
Superman.
So I'm going to ask you like 10 questions like that. None of them mean anything, right?
Yeah.
So your brother who's here at your birthday party is going to love it. Like he knows you better than anybody. He knows that time you threw up in his pocket at 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Most of us don't know about that. So I only know you like in casual. So the challenge is build something that makes you think of Mac. Ready, set, go. So I only know you superficially. So I'm going to build a bear eating a pizza. So my little bear's gonna be eating a pizza, or whatever, and it's gonna maybe I'm a Lego master, or maybe I'm just a dude with some Lego. But then I'm gonna stand up and say, okay, because this makes me think of Mac, a bear eating a pizza, and everybody knows how much he loves pepperoni pizza. Right? Yeah. Another game we'll play with the adults is, what's your favorite memory of Mac? What's something about Mac that makes you laugh the hardest? And everybody knows every time you get talking about the San Francisco 49ers, your voice gets all high and you get all breathy, and so somebody builds a little 49er because they love hearing you talk about the 49ers because you just get all crazy fanatical. So we have like 7 or 8 games that we play for birthday parties, and they're good for a 4-year-old, they're good for a 55-year-old, and they're good for your 80-year-old grandma.
Yeah, it's very creative.
It's absolutely
Yeah.
phenomenal. And
Yeah.
I've developed them over the years of just listening. Like watching you and your kid play gave me some ideas. And then, maybe they say that messing up is your greatest teacher.
Right.
Well, I've tried 100 different games, and 12 of them have been awesome.
Yeah.
The other 88, we just put those in the lesson.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
So, like in the birthday party, we're just going to build a tall tower.
Mm-hmm.
But with corporate team building, we're going to build a tall tower, and then we're going to talk about it. Mac, did you notice that Lisa and Larry didn't talk the whole time, but we were building? And you're going to say, no, I didn't. And I'm going to say, I'm going to get them to tell us why. And the answer they're going to finally come out with without being a jerk is, well, Mac and Ron wouldn't shut up long enough for us to say anything, so that's why we didn't say anything. Because you and I are naturally loud, they're naturally quiet. But if we're a true team, you and I need to go, hey, shut up. And then they need to go, hey, speak up. And then so we talk about how do you fit into this team. Well, Mac, I know you're naturally quiet, but man, you're the smartest guy in this section. I need you to speak up. And then we play activities to get you to understand how important it is. And this is building Lego. This is not building widgets or pouring concrete. This is just playing with Lego. So we have multiple games and activities we play with that too. Little things to show you that are just really innocent, and then we talk about it. We do behavior analysis, a discussion behind it.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, he's talking to me, without me saying, hey, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
And then you go home tomorrow morning, you get up, you're brushing your teeth, and you're like, yeah, I do need to shut up more, or I do need to be more understanding of people who aren't like me, or whatever the lesson you got out of it is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really innocent. It's kind of like, you ever watch Lassie?
Yeah.
So remember, what was the little boy's name? You remember?
I can't remember his name.
Timmy.
Yeah, Timmy, okay.
So at the end of every Lassie episode, the old man would sit like on the porch or in the yard or at the pond or whatever, and he would say, there was always a lesson at the end of the show. He'd say, well, you see, Timmy, so even though you got away with telling a lie, telling the truth is always the right thing to do, right? And that was, we watched it, yes, I need to tell the truth more. So we do these activities, and at the end we always have a you see, Timmy. You see, Timmy,
Yeah.
being the loudest isn't always the best. Being part of the team is always, right? So it's just really this innocent way to get you to look in the mirror and go, I do need to shut up more. Or in my case, that's what I say, but maybe in your case, you go, hey, I do need to speak up more. I do have some good ideas. So all this, so the parties came out of that, and then the team building came out of that. And then one day a mom comes in and goes, you ever do camps? No, ma'am. I don't do camps. Once again, 20 moms later, let's do some camps. And now we run camps anytime the kids aren't in school. It's insane, man. So everything you see in the store, everything you see in here was bought from somebody like me and you. I don't have any tie to Lego. I don't have any direct connection to Walmart or Target. If I see a big sale, 70% off, I'll go scoop that up, hold on to it for a year, and then it'll be worth something.
Yeah.
So everything we do. So all of this stuff up here, the stuff that we've purchased, we haven't had a chance to look at yet, though.
Okay.
So in days gone by, we would buy, say that yellow, that Avengers tower up on the far side, and it would sit on this table for a week, and then Sammy would move over to that table, and then we'd have a party, we'd put it in the back room, and then after the party we'd bring it back out, and then we'd put it over there, and then next thing you know, it's down to 80% complete. So now we put these shelves up, so I bought that stuff from you 2 weeks ago, and it'll stay up there until we can.
Until you have time to work through it.
Don't have to worry about it being touched or moved or.
Yeah, and it's high enough to where it's out of the action zone.
It's fun to look at for the little ones and me and you, but it's not like you're gonna touch it.
Right. Yeah, that's good.
And so a lot of our sets come in used. A lot of them come in new, so that happens like this: that your grandma loves you to death, and she bought you a Harry Potter set for your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you say?
Thank you.
Thank you, Grandma. I love you.
Yeah.
And then you come to me and go, I don't like it.
I don't like everybody. Yeah.
So I'll give you $100 store credit for that set, and then you can buy something in the store that you want.
Okay.
So it was just we've evolved over the years of how we do what we do.
So how long have you been? That was 8 years.
I've
first
been in
location?
town. I incorporated. So we started in 11. I incorporated to protect myself and my home.
Yeah.
In February of 12.
Okay.
So that's when I consider our official birth. When the state of Texas said you owe me taxes, is when I became a real.
Yeah. So a decade.
A decade. And in 10 years, we went from selling in a garage to what you see right here. And if you gave me another 2,000 feet, I could fill it with customers and product. It's just we're ready to open a second store, but I don't have anybody who can work it.
Yeah.
So that's the problem in today's society. Not society, in today's economy.
Yeah.
Is that Sammy's a good worker, but Sammy doesn't rely on this job. But let's say Sammy was 26 and had a wife and kid. He needs a little more than what we pay.
Right.
Yeah, I actually work down the street at HEB.
Yeah.
You familiar with HEB?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, greatest thing in the world right there.
Yeah.
So, so this is the parts room. We made the tables ourselves. I traded a guy a birthday party to teach me how to make one, and then
Yeah.
I just copied it 3 times. Actually 4. I've already destroyed
Yeah.
one table.
And so you bring the kids in, they come here for the birthday parties, have it all set up here, run the
So
whole
yeah,
thing
so
here.
big one table here, one table there,
Yeah.
one table here, and one table over here. We had Santa in here the other night. That's why it's all
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, though, it's as much fun for you and me and Grandma Sheila as it is for the 5-year-old. The last birthday we did was 5, and it was on Sunday.
Yeah.
That was about 38 people, ranging from probably 70 to 3.
Yeah.
Now, 2 and 3-year-olds, you can't do a lot.
Yeah.
4 and 5-year-olds, you can't do a lot on their own. But what I'll do is, if you brought your 5-year-old, then together, I want you guys to work on, what do you think David's favorite animal is? If you could buy him any animal in the world, what would you buy him?
Yeah.
You know, you guys talk about it, and then your 5-year-old goes, "Oh, a dinosaur." So you guys will build a dinosaur, and then you give it to David for his birthday. And
Okay.
it's crazy. So like all this stuff just came in the last 2 days. There's a lot of clearances going on in town right now.
Mm-hmm.
So all this is straight up bought. That lot right there, it's one of my favorite stories. He's in his late 70s, sharp as a tack, big old fella, about your size. One of those guys that would go out for years and he would buy 4 of everything. If he wanted that set, he'd buy 4. 1 to play with,
Yeah.
2 to put up, and 1 for spare parts. Well, here he is, all these years later, and he's realizing he don't need all this stuff. So he brought all this in to trade with me.
Yeah.
And here's what's crazy. Just off the top of your head, what do you think? How much are you going for?
Ooh. 35?
In excess of 80.
This?
Yes.
80.
80.
Is it because it's an older set?
It's an older set.
Yeah.
It's a 2010 set.
Oh,
So you're
wow.
looking at 12 years old.
Yeah.
I don't know why. There's no I can't explain it to you, but in excess of $80.
Oh, that's nice.
Now, some of them make sense to you, right? You know,
Mhm.
the 5,000 piece. Okay, that makes sense. But the little ones just kill me. So that's one you'll see on Amazon for like $135. People will come in the store sometimes, and that's what you'll hear is, "Oh, I can get this for Amazon for half price." Well, you might.
Yeah.
You might. But the other 98 items, Amazon can't beat me on. Every now and then they can beat me.
Yeah.
But on an item like that, I'm going to sell it for what I paid for it times 2.
Mm-hmm.
So if I gave you 20, I'm selling it for 40. And if he comes in here and goes, "Oh my God, that's a $90 set," well, maybe he'll buy all 3 of them.
Yeah.
So I win, you win, and he wins. And now he's coming back more and more.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my philosophy on it is take care of them when they walk in the door. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. Be polite. Enjoy them being here. Take care of them, and they'll come back.
they'll
They'll tell
come
their
back.
sister about them. And
Yeah.
the great thing about this store is I've got customers. Uncle Joe comes in from California, or Grandma comes in from Mexico and don't speak no English at all. They'll bring them in to see us. "Hey, this is Mr. Ron. I want you to meet Mr. Ron." And it's flattering that people incorporate us into their being.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
So, and I had no idea that you create community. It's
Yes.
More, yeah, it's more than just a
Absolutely.
Lego store. It's like you create a
Absolutely.
community.
And that's why when you, in my opinion, and
Yeah.
I could be wrong, you tell me if I am, when you go in the other 3 stores in town, what do you need? Oh, just looking around. And that's the last you're gonna get. Then you ain't gonna get nothing else. You ain't,
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
you could be in here for an hour. Not even doing this, but you could just be in for an hour looking around. Don't buy anything. Thanks for coming in, Mac. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Because we are. I'm grateful you came in, and who knows? You might come back 5 times, not buy nothing, but on the 6th time, you buy a minifigure. I
Yeah.
win.
Yeah.
Didn't cost me nothing to have you come in 5 times.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let me show you the rest of the place.
Okay.
Don't look at that chaos. What's up, brother?
Hey, brother. How are
Oh,
you?
you, man. You got a haircut.
Dude, I had to.
This is one of those guys.
New year, new hair.
This is one of the families that's been coming in forever. How long you been coming to us now?
We found you in 19, I think. It was right before the pandemic.
Yeah. So his kids are a part of us, and his wife.
Good to
is-
meet you.
It's
Mac.
Mac.
Mac, nice to meet you.
Matt?
Mac.
Mac.
Yeah.
Good to meet you, brother.
So I was in Walmart shopping for me, and his wife's on the phone, and this is how the phone call went. No, it's a blue box. I don't know. It's a blue box. Yes, there's some kind of alien on it. And then he's trying. He's speaking a language that she ain't hearing, and so after I could figure out kind of what he was saying after, and I leaned over and I go, "Hey, what you looking for?" It's the next aisle over right there.
Yeah.
And so she said, "Thank you," and then, so she's talking, and so I gave her one of our business cards. Next thing you know, I'm talking to him on the phone there in Walmart, and they've been with us ever since. So.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, a community thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And so it's a constant chasing the ball downhill or pushing uphill. How do you want to say it? It's to stay in front of things is so hard. But when you come in, you need 22 of these in blue.
Yeah.
I have a bucket of just these. So in the old days, remember I told you about the little drawers?
Yeah.
Let me show you what they look like. So imagine 400 of these.
Okay.
And so that was just the blue ones, and that was the red ones, and whatever. So when I got out of when Bricklink oversaturated, it didn't make any sense to keep everything in here. So all of a similar family, so like all the bars and flags and fences, of all colors are in here.
Okay.
All hinges are in here. That's where this used to be 50 different little buckets.
Yeah, you consolidate
So
it.
now it's just in family units. So when you come in and need some of those hingy pieces, okay, so they're in hinges, if I have them.
Yeah.
And a lot of this stuff you see over here is just aging.
Yeah, you just let it sit there and it's like wine, right? You let it age.
Well, I found it on clearance, like
Yeah.
those AT-ATs last year. I found them on clearance.
Okay.
There's no way you would give me fair market price for them right now because you can still buy them on clearance.
Mm-hmm.
But in 18 months from now,
Yeah.
you can't get them nowhere but eBay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have the best price in town.
Yeah, you have it. Yeah. That's
Yeah, and
good.
it don't cost me nothing to put them up.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me, baby.
Yeah, I seen every round.
So this is something else we used to do. We didn't have a good place to show things. So these are shoe cases
Okay.
with little magnets on them, so it keeps your stuff dust free.
Yeah.
So we use shoe cases to display our stuff. And then like the slat walls, it's all a learning process.
Yeah.
These are pieces of art that this guy comes in one day and he says, "Here, I want to show you something." So he shows me this, and of course I've got 82 questions. You know, how long did it take? How many pieces? How many colors? And,
Yeah.
You know, he's a very nice guy. He answered it all, and he'd leave. He'd come back a month later with this one, 50 questions, and he'd leave. So after about the third one, I said, "Hey man, what do you do with them when you leave here?" "I put them back in the garage." "You mean like you display them in there? You have like a fitted?" "No, I just put them in the garage."
So he brings them in, lets you look at them, and then takes them
He
back
just
and
want
put
to
them
come
in.
and show you. Look what I built. But he don't
Yeah.
care about the tada. He just the
Yeah.
build is the journey for him.
Okay.
So I said, "Please let me show one." So he's got these 3 plus 2 in the hallway, and
Yeah.
a couple. I see those little ones up there in the window. See
Yeah.
the Mona Lisa in the bottom of the window there.
Okay. Oh, yeah,
The
yeah,
girl with the
yeah.
Pearl earring.
Yeah.
So because he lets me show them, I've sold 3 of them, and I don't charge any commission. So he gets every nickel of whatever you pay for them. Because he's let me show him for all these years, and
Yeah.
I'm not taking any money from this guy.
Yeah.
But,
Well, this is the part of the thing that I like finding stores like this, because this is something unique. You won't find this. You can't find that. You can't find that anywhere else. Like it's only right here.
Now, one of the other Lego stores in town, Peter has a relationship with. I think one of the bricks and these they display for one of the pictures too.
Yeah.
Kind of under the same pretense. Just I want to show you and him in the same breath that Lego is more than cars and houses.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be art. It can be real art, not just like, "Oh, trust me, it's a dinosaur." No, dude, it's Saturday night, man.
Yeah.
They're not glued together. If they fell down,
It's going
it
everywhere.
would be a Rice Krispies box.
Yeah.
So the joke is that this thing weighs about 32 pounds. The hook that is hanging on is rated for 400
Yeah.
because it ain't falling on my watch. And then here's 2 more here in the hallway.
Good luck.
No mas.
Okay.
So this is a really cool story.
Yeah, I like that color.
This is a 2011 painting from some guy in Arizona, and I can't remember his name. The tag fell down. But before Peter would do this, he wrote the guy and said, "Hey Mac, I love your painting, Young Apache Girl. Could I recreate it out of Lego?" And of course the author wrote back and said, "Oh, I'd be honored if you did it. Could you send me a picture of it?" And
Yeah.
so Peter did it. No computer, by the way. It's all by eye. And so Peter did it and sent him a picture of it. The guy sent back this beautiful lithograph signed, "Hey, thank you so much for, recreating my work." And
Yeah, that looks good.
it's just amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. The colors are really impressive. Really impressive.
So this is my staff's idea of a joke right here.
Okay, I walked by this. I was wondering what was going
For
on.
our Sega company, I did a photo shoot with a photographer, and these are all low grade. And so we needed a bunch of pictures for the new website, my LinkedIn site and whatnot. And
Yeah.
so my staff, since we had Santa Claus coming in the other day, they thought it'd be funny to line the hallways with me. They made a Christmas tree out of me. Well, I tell you, I'm the luckiest guy. I got a great job.
Yeah.
I got an amazing staff. I got the best customers. If I could get my wife to like Lego, I'd be all around. But
Yeah.
my wife ain't got no use for it. This is the hot thing. If you're in the Lego, you know about modular.
Yeah, yeah.
So modulars, it's that time of year where we're getting them coming in left and right, and they're going out left and right. Did it come in 3 months ago? There's probably about half full. But with that time of year where this group of people want to sell them because they're worth a lot of money, and then another group of people that want to buy them because it's that time of year where you can spoil yourself without feeling guilty.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Mr. Ron.
Yes, sir.
Can I get a price check on this one right here? This slope?
Do it for $39. It's probably worth more, but it's been in that bucket for 2 years.
Charge me 40. 40.
40.
40. I like whole numbers. Or round numbers. Round numbers like this.
We're at $1.08.
So this is a prime example of
You got me.
a set, how we do things. So if you brought this in HEB bags, taken apart, and every piece is there, I'd probably give you $35 for it.
Okay.
Because I don't know what it is. You tell me what it is, but I don't know what it is. But if you brought it in put together, I'd probably give you $300 or $400 for it.
Okay. Okay.
So
Yeah, this.
everything you see that came in on a trade put together or partially put together, and we finished it.
Okay.
Now after it serves its life here, let's say it's been sitting here, we kind of track where it's at. So let's say this has been sitting here for 4 months. It's not selling.
Yeah.
Moved it around this way. Hey guys, how are you?
Pretty good.
Man, I like the shirt. Good to see you, Mom.
Can I use your bathroom?
All the way back on. Yes, ma'am.
I'll go look at Legos in.
So once it's worked its way through the display cycle and it's just not selling and it's for whatever reason that time of year, then we put
Yeah.
them in the brown boxes.
Okay,
So
you
these are
box it.
sets that I don't have boxes for. Maybe
Okay.
I have instructions, maybe I don't. So this is a great example. This set actually had like 10 other things to it. But all that got traded was just the garbage truck. So I deleted everything else out of the picture, just the truck for $69. The regular set's worth $400, but it's got 10 other things to it.
Right, right, right.
I had a guy come in 6 months ago. He buys storage units,
Yeah.
like they do on TV.
Right.
Well, he found these 3 big old Foot Lockers just full of old Lego sets, and the boxes were all just nasty and moldy and maybe not moldy. They're just you couldn't salvage them.
Yeah.
So he sold them everything to us. So here's a prime example right here. So like these bags are still sealed.
Okay.
So if you bought this set, you'll still be the first one to touch the Lego. So we annotate. So this one has instructions, but this one doesn't. But we put this on every box, so tell you how to go to Lego.com to get all the instructions. So
Okay. Okay.
typically, old guys like us like the paper instructions.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
These guys and David and them, digital is the way to go, man. Yeah. It's. I need my paper, but they don't care about the paper.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And you know about the pick and brick tables?
Yeah.
We got customers that'll come in and sit here for 2 hours, and all they're looking for is this color. Or maybe they're looking for, like, he's often coming in looking for, I need 4 of those blue things, 1 of those red things, and a black thing with a bar on it.
Yeah.
And he'll spend 20 minutes.
About right.
How much did you just spend? $1.40?
$1.08, I think.
$1.08.
Yeah.
I only need a couple parts though.
And that's a victory for us because he
Yeah.
comes in, we hang out with the kids, we see him, and then,
But normally I come in and it's like triple digits.
yes, it's quite
It's
often.
hard. Ron stores like Costco. You know how when you leave Costco and they check your receipt? They do that to make sure you spent more than $200. Right? You didn't spend enough.
Go back. Go back. Yeah.
That's like how coming here is. But today for my build, I've only needed these 2 pieces, and I took that one just because it was in there.
Yeah.
All right, pal, let's go.
We might have to just.
Where's the little one at?
She's at home with my wife.
Or tell her we say, hey. Oh, wait, I got a present for you.
Oh, I got one.
Did you? Well,
Yeah.
Those are brand new. They just came in yesterday.
Is this inside or outside?
It's outside. This is the sticky part.
No. I mean, I got the one on my truck. Can I put this next to it?
Oh yeah, no, it's hardy.
It's hard. Okay.
It's a couple of Mr. Ron Christmas stickers.
Oh, nice. Nice. Thank you.
We have a Thanksgiving version. We have a
Yeah.
New Year's Eve version. We have a Texas Independence Day version.
That's cool. Thank you.
So this is my favorite part of the store because I often forget it's here.
Yeah.
And sometimes I come in and I'm like, wow, I forgot we had that.
All right. So
Now, see the Statue of Liberty? See her face?
Mm-hmm.
See how flat it is?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of J.K. Brickworks?
I think so. Yeah.
So he's designed several Lego sets. Hang on, let me get this. Hey, whoa.
Say goodbye to Mr. Ron.
Thanks so fast. I'll see you next time.
Next time.
Good seeing you.
I'll see you.
Yes, sir. Merry Christmas, man. So J.K. Brickworks has, he took the regular set and using only the pieces from the set, he made her a face. He shortened her neck a little bit and he made her an actual face so it looks like a real face.
Yeah.
I'm not that studious to do it the way he does it, so I just order the parts and make the face and leave everything else. But he shows you online how to take just the pieces from the set to make her have a real face.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good.
It's just amazing.
Yeah.
So you'll see some sets like, so these are sealed. This one, prime example.
Okay.
Came in on a trade. This was an adult collector. I think it was the same guy who sold me all those train tracks.
Yeah.
Adult collector displayed it. It's in perfect condition. So we took it apart, counted all the pieces, make sure it's all there, put it back in the box, tell you it's used. And now then when you take it home, let's say we made a mistake and one of these was missing, you come back, we'll make it right.
Yeah.
If we made a mistake, or even if you lost it in the process, we'll still make it right.
Yeah.
Now, if it's supposed to have a $200 minifigure, and I told you it's not there, don't come back.
Yeah. This is good.
Well, what questions you got?
Well, I this is the most developed Lego store I've been in. I love the way you create community, the way you incorporate yourself into your community, and then I go to Lego shows a lot, mostly in the UK, and I see a lot of great Lego builds, and I love talking to the build, like, what's your inspiration? Oh, it's Dr. Seuss, and it's this, and it's that, the other, and everyone has their own. I think that's to me, what's really great about Lego, is how you can take this, right, these bricks, and go so many directions with it. I've never heard anyone else take it in all the directions that you've taken it in.
Well, I grew up, my mom managed Pizza Hut restaurants.
Yeah.
So I grew up learning customer service.
Yeah.
Yeah, table 6 is a bunch of jerks, but you know what? We're waiting on them, so go bust the table, whatever. So I learned that from her, and then time in the service, I learned a bunch of things. And frankly, I just want to have a place that you want to come in with your kids, so that if my kids came in your place, you'd treat them the way I treat everybody else, because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Because I'm the father of 2, and I like to think that. Well, here's one for you. So, 2 things. So we got one of our builders. You and I look at this, and it's just this, right?
Yeah.
Well, he's a senior at Trinity University right now.
Okay.
But you could say platypus, and he could look at this just like this for about 2 minutes, and by God, there's a platypus.
There's a platypus, yeah.
He's that guy. He's just like on the Lego movies, how they see it all and then it comes to life. That's him.
Yeah.
And so if you come in, you want something complex. I need a 1932 Dodge T1000 truck. Only 8 of them were made. Give me a picture. I'll give it to Chris.
Okay.
He'll make the 1938 T1000. It's insane what he can do.
Yeah.
But let's say your kid comes in and they want to trade this and 2 pigs. So he's got 2 pigs in this set. So
Yeah.
he comes to Mr. David and he says, I want to trade. So David has a little worksheet. So you know what it does? Writes the set number on it, the condition of the set, what his view, it's sealed, it's in good shape, and then he's got 2 pink pigs, and he'll write it down. I'll go to Bricklink, I'll see what the current price is. On sets, I do between 40 and 60% of sets.
Mm-hmm.
On figures, I do between 30 and 45%, simply because there's not as much money in figures.
Yeah.
So, and then I'm gonna come to you and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna offer you $38 cash for this, or 47 store credit. Now here's where I think we really excel. David, can I get the book 2 from you?
The book 2, let's get it.
So your kid says, Mr. I would like the store credit.
Okay, that does sound like a better deal.
Well, it is, because I know where you're going to spend it.
Yeah.
I give you 38. You might go to AutoZone and buy a new floor mat.
Yeah.
I don't want you buying floor mat.
Yeah.
So your kid comes in.
Over here.
Here you go. So Samuel Bonds brought in back in March, brought in a Republic gunship for store credit. We gave him 185. We both initialed it, and he wants parts ordered for this and that. So he's got 185 right now in the book. If you look over here at some of them, they're in price. Like Wesley is a young man, so you see he brings in, he bought some $12 worth of parts. Use it on a minifigure, use minifigure. So it's like an ongoing process with these guys. Once again, it started out because I don't remember. I owed you $20. You came in a week from now and said, Mac, did I pay you yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, you paid me on Tuesday. I really don't remember. And the same thing, you owed me $20. And did you pay me yet? Oh, I paid you. No, Mac, I don't think you paid. So you initial in the kid initials.
Yeah.
I initial in the kid initials, and it's just like a way for them to understand everything has value.
Okay.
So when you trade me this stuff, let's say it's awesome, my first question is, what do you think it's worth? Oh, $800. Okay, why do you think that's $800? I don't know. Okay. Well, let's talk about what it's, So, and then quite often we'll have people come in and let's say the T-Rex set, 18-year-old, 16-year-old kid traded it in. What do you think it's worth? I don't know, $60? No, brother, it's worth way more than $60.
Yeah.
So we kind of walk them through it, and I can say this about David and Sammy and Jen and Allie, the whole gang, is that everybody sleeps well at night. We have to make $1.
Yeah.
This is not a charity,
Yeah.
comma. I don't have to steal from you or your child to make $1.
Right.
So the goal is, like with these guys, you get them in here 30 times a quarter, it adds up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we pay the rent off of $5 transactions.
Yeah, and the model has to work because there is an official Lego store just right down the road, and yet people still come back here.
You know why?
They're 12 by 12.
Why is
Because
that?
if you look around, let's look on that wall over there, up top.
Okay.
Well, even the top 2 shelves. So put together shelves and the top shelf.
Yeah.
The Pyramid and Guardians of the Galaxy are the only things still in the stores right now.
Yeah.
So what happens, and this happened yesterday, a guy comes in and he's got this set right here sealed, this Batmobile,
Yeah.
and I gave him a fair and honest offer for it. He goes, nah, I think I'll hold on to it. Because it's still in the store right now, so he knows what it's going for in the store.
Yeah.
If I can make a deal, I will. But if not, no hard feelings, man.
Yeah,
Thanks for
yeah.
giving me a shot at it.
Yeah.
But we are successful because of all those sets. There's only 2 you can go buy in the store right now, if they're in stock. Like the Ghostbuster house. If you wanted that, you're looking at $1,200, $1,300 on eBay.
Yeah.
And God forbid
Yeah.
you go to Amazon.
Yeah. There's a couple of sets that I personally want to buy. It's that 90-year the castle, the lions.
The
I want to get that because I know as soon as they stop selling that in the store, this is my
Every other castle set.
that price is just going to. It's already pricey, but that is going to skyrocket.
In 5 years, it's going to be double
Yeah.
as the cheapest.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't have anywhere to put it. I just want to buy it.
You got to add it with a,
and
with
just
a
hold,
bag.
just hold it
Double
until
wrap it in hefty bags, tape that bad boy up, and forget about it.
yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, look what the Ghostbusters house has done.
Yeah.
To be honest, that's probably $70 overpriced.
Yeah.
But that's the instant gratification for getting here.
And it's sealed.
But that's a $1,000 set in any of the 20 platforms you want to look at.
Yeah. Yeah.
Used, put together, it's a $700 set.
Yeah. But you could walk out of the store with it
Right
today. Right now.
And if Lego shorted you a piece, I'm gonna make it right.
Yeah. Well, that's right. That's right. Those are all good points. That's really good.
So it's a good model, like you
Yeah.
said several times. But I have the best people. That's
Yeah.
the key. I have the absolute David. The oldest customer employee we have is Jen. She started with me about 8.5 years ago, and so she was doing just ankle level stuff. And so one day I was interviewing a lady to manage the place for me because it was becoming too big, and So I brought the lady in, and so I'm asking all these questions. And Jen's working in the room with me, and this and that. And this lady's very professional, and it's okay, well, it's good talking to you. And I walked around the door and came back in, and Jen's over there working, and I can tell something's on her mind. And I said, what's wrong? I can do everything that you asked that woman to do. Well, I didn't know you wanted to. Well, I want to. So now, when I tell you she runs the place, that's not an exaggeration. She is. Am I wrong, David?
Nope. There's a hierarchy that we follow.
Yeah.
So Mr. Jen works for Mr. Ron, but we work for Miss Jen.
Yeah.
So what Miss Jen says goes.
Yeah.
I sign the checks, but if they need something, or
Yeah.
they go to Miss Jen. And I don't mean that like in I'm lazy way, but I believe in the chain of command. And
Yeah. No, I understand.
It works. Jen is a great manager for them, and they're all just amazing people. And what I love about them, they're all different. The young lady who left,
Yeah.
her and David do the same job when we have camps.
Yeah.
But they could not be more different than me and you right
And
now.
how they doing it? Yeah.
And they're both taking us to the same finish line. Their own way, their own
Yeah.
vehicle, their own methodology, but the same finish line.
Yeah.
You know, safety and security, fun and excitement. But David does it with his David personality. She does it with her Allie personality. And
Yeah.
people just keep coming back.
This is good. You know what? You've shocked me because I walked in thinking I was going to kind of what you said. Just go in, walk around the store, do a little bit, go in and out. But I love to hear how you have taken this and just created something really beautiful out of it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm a lucky guy, man.
Yeah,
Lucky
that's
guy.
very creative.
Mama, how long you guys been coming to the store?
Well, so we moved here in July, but I don't think we found you guys until like September. Yeah, I think we came in September because your
That's
birthday
right.
was in October and it was not too
That's because he had that hat on when he came in. And then we did a birthday party for
He
him. too.
mostly
Yeah,
has that
yeah.
on.
How'd you like your birthday party?
Great.
What was fun about it?
Mostly all of it.
Mostly all of it.
We
Mama,
don't
what'd you
like
think about
picking favorites.
What did you think about the party
It
as
was
a mom?
great. We didn't have to do anything, and it was super fun. Everyone had a really good time. Even the friends who weren't super into Legos, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, it was really
Remember the
fun.
hat.
Yeah,
We had a
that's.
great time.
I think it's. I really do think it's cool. I was like, wow. You know, like I said, I know other people do some cool things, and like I've seen the guys who have taken it, kind of like art here, and you know, there's a couple of displays that I've seen that they've phenomenal Lego art. You know, I've seen it go
Incredible, like Disney level stuff.
Yeah, like how did you come up with that? So we've seen that, but the way you went down to a very well developed like business model.
It's
with
years of trial and error.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. But I think the key is look people in the eye,
Yeah.
and then surround yourself with people who point the same direction you point.
Yeah.
And if they don't know where they're pointing, help them find a point.
Yeah.
Right? Now, everybody who comes here doesn't stay. We've lost several employees because it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
But I've sent 3 off to college, got them in high school, sent them off to college.
Yeah.
David has his degree already. He's going to leave us probably soon because he's going to go out there and get a real job. And
Yeah.
it won't be as fun as this one, but it'll pay a whole lot better.
Yeah.
Allie's fixing to leave us to go to nursing school. Sammy works full-time at HEB. So this is just his part-time blowing money.
Yeah.
We got another college kid that I just, treat people right, and I believe that you do the right thing and it'll come back around.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like also you really capitalize from your experience and your time in the service to pull all of those skills out. Like you learned, like, oh, you take this with me.
I was
And you-
downtown the other day. We did a 5-hour session, and it was in excess of a 2K. And now it's a great product. I'm not selling a cheap hamburger. I'm not selling a moldy bun. I mean, it's a good hamburger I'm selling. But I just laugh that I get to make hamburgers because I just love making hamburgers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I just get to share with you, and I don't even do the teaching. Like I have the mountaintops, but I get you and David to talk about the valleys and the roads and where should we plant the trees, and and I get to shake my head. This is amazing that there's a market for something that I love doing, and that other side is taking off really good.
Yeah.
So we're booking on that one.
Well, I'm sure. I'm glad to hear this. This is good. This is really good.
And Mr. Ron showed us a new building technique. So, did you know that you could put a plate inside of a plate?
Like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had no idea. When he showed me that, I was like, what? What do you mean you could do that? I was shocked. I was like mind blown. And he built a giraffe
Anybody?
using pieces like just
Like
the plates
that?
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he did Like a little thing like that, little thing like that, and he put some eyeballs on it, and I was like, oh my goodness. And I was so stumped because I had no idea that you could even do that. I was like shocked.
So how long have you been here?
I've been here since 2021 of June.
Okay.
June 2021.
You like it?
Yeah, I love this job, bro. I wake up every day just excited to go to work.
Yeah.
Like one of the most difficult things I've had to do was carry the Millennium Falcon, and that's because we were putting it on a stand. That was probably like the most stressful thing I've ever done at this job was lifting the Falcon.
Yeah. Built.
Built UCS Millennium Falcon. That was the most stressful thing.
It's like 3 feet across. I mean, it's huge.
I was terrified. I was terrified. That's probably the most stressful thing I've ever done here.
Yeah.
And right now, I'm taking apart one of my dream sets, the Hogwarts Castle.
This okay. That's what this is.
What
and you're breaking this down.
I'm breaking it down. We're gonna verify it. I have the sheets right here, so then we make sure that every single piece is accounted for. If not, we go look for it in our parts room. If we still don't have it, then we'll order it.
Then you order it.
But right now, I'm just sorting by color because that's how we do our sets.
Okay.
And then we just verify it, which is checking off every single piece.
And it's like, I don't know, 1,200 pieces. I don't know, just 1,700 pieces.
No, it's like 4,000.
4,000 pieces.
So it's in the top 10 biggest sets.
And so you're gonna go through each one,
hand by hand,
just
piece
and verify
by piece.
every single piece.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
it's a task.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's like, what other job am I gonna get to do this at?
Yeah.
And
there are definitely worse jobs.
Absolutely there are, and it's just so fun. And then today we just put out the police station. We put out corner garage.
So are you all building any of these sets, modules? Like the modules, do you all build these? Or are you you're bringing them? They're bringing in. They come in built.
A mixture of both.
Okay.
Sometimes they do come in fully built, and other times they come in partially built.
Yeah.
But then it just depends on like the situation, because sometimes. If it's really broken down, we'll just sort it out, verify it, and then
box it
up.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they come in with the box, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they have instructions, sometimes they don't.
Yeah.
But for like the greengrocer, for in good condition instructions for all 3 books, we're looking at like $400 just for the instructions. Yeah. The box is on sale for $180 right now. There's only one person in the U.S. selling it.
The box.
The original box.
Just the box.
Just the box.
Is $180.
Yep. Crazy. It sounds unbelievable.
Yeah.
But I'm sure somebody's paid for it at that price before.
Yeah. So we'd be sitting at that price. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just the box.
That's crazy, right? Just the box. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's insane. And you wouldn't think that, like, there's little pieces that are that small. And they cost $20+ sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't know unless you know. Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
And then even like Fago, we call Fago, like the fake Lego, that's a multi-billion-dollar industry too.
It is.
Yeah, so we teach people how to identify real Lego from fake Lego because people, buy stuff online and they don't really know.
Yeah.
Or the grandparents come in, I'm looking for this Lego stuff, and they don't sometimes they see Lego on the description, they're like, okay, yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
But if it says Lego compatible, then it's right.
It's not right. It's not the right thing. I've actually got caught with that before. I tried to buy my daughter a set and came in like, this is not Friends, but online it said everything but Friends. Like it was the same colors.
Yeah.
It just had it. And if you're not paying attention, you bought it. I got it.
So look, check out this one right here. So this is one that we keep up here for examples to show people. So this, it's like War Machine, an Iron Man fig.
Yeah.
Well, it looks pretty decent, but then like you take the neck piece off, there's no Lego branding, so that's fake. And then you look at the head, that's that fake plastic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then even on the torso and on the lip of the legs. So we always try to teach as many people as we can, because we don't want them buying like fake stuff. If it's advertised as real Lego, then that's not cool. We try to teach people how to identify the real stuff from the fake stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. How's it going, you guys? We're doing pretty good. Y'all need Mr. on today or no? Yeah, I'll see if you can spare a couple minutes.
I'm gonna run on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, Mac. Yeah, feel free, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, guys, that was an experience. I thought I was going in to see a Lego store. I feel like I got so much out of that. I hope you do as well. If you got something out of that, drop that in the comments down below. Tell me what you learned from visiting San Antonio Plastic Bricks. That was an experience, guys. I hope to bring you more things like that. I don't know if it'll get that good, but I really hope I can bring you some more like that. Until next time, take care.